Hey boys and girls, I hope everything is going well and so far your learning has been going great this week and you're feeling very well, you're feeling healthy and you're enjoying your learning at home. So let us have a look at a little riddle that I have for you guys this week. Why does the teacher wear sunglasses to school? Who can figure this one out? Because her students were so bright. Do you get it? Yes, and the word bright has more than one meaning, right? It could be her students were so bright, meaning that they were so smart, they were so excellent, they knew so much stuff, they were such a joy, and bright as in she needed to shade her eyes from them because they were so brilliant, right? And they were like the reason why we wear sunglasses in the first place, right? To block out lights, right? Good. I hope you guys enjoyed that riddle. Now let's jump into our objectives for this lesson. At the end of this lesson, we should be able to identify main ideas and details and analyze and evaluate a text while reading. Okay? This week for our comprehension, we're going to be starting a new story. But we're going to be using a skill that you're already familiar with. And this skill is main idea and details. Now, the main idea of a text is basically what the text is about, right? It can be the main idea of the story. It can be the main idea of different paragraphs within the story. And then main ideas are supported by details. The details are the evidence that support the main idea. And we're going to look at this a bit further. When you're reading, you are like an investigator, right? So you want to know what the main idea is for each paragraph you're reading. Because when you're reading, you just don't want to be calling words. You want to understand what the message is that the author wants you to get from this particular text or story, right? So when you're reading, you're using the titles, the pictures, you're looking around to help you gather understanding and meaning about what the author has written, right? Sometimes you will find the main idea in the first and last sentence of each paragraph. So you know how to look out for that. And sometimes you can look for clue words that are repeated over and over. They can help you to understand what is the message or the main idea that the author is trying to bring across. It's an example of how you can look for main ideas and details in a story or text or piece of writing. Because even when we spoke about paragraph writing, when we were doing paragraph writing, remember we spoke about putting the topic sentence with the main idea, then the other things you write are the supporting details, and then the closing sentence will sum up everything you wrote, including the main idea. So just like you did as authors, that's what other authors do as well. So in this example, we see the main idea. There are 3 types of bees in a hive, and each one has an important job. Now, the author did not say this in the story. They didn't say that each of them have an important job. But the supporting details that were given, like one queen fills the hive with eggs, drones mate with the queen, worker bees tend the hive and collect food, those supporting details help you to know that the main idea of this particular paragraph is that, yes, there are 3 types of bees in the hive, but the main idea is that each of them have an important job, right? So when you're reading, when you use the supporting details, it's helping you to gather information about what the author really wants you to know. What is the main idea? A strategy you're going to use to help you with your reading this week is analyzing and evaluating. Now, analyzing and evaluating allows you to think carefully about what you're reading while you're reading it, right? So you're thinking about each word, you're looking at the pictures, and while you're reading, you're thinking and considering the information that you're reading. You're not just calling words. So that's a strategy we're going to use. Great. So now that we've gotten all of that out of the way, grab your books and turn to page 438. The title of our story for this week is Schools Around the World and is written by Margaret C. Hall. Okay. Now, Margaret C. Hall has written many nonfiction books, and you can read some more about other books that she's written right there on page 438. Now, what is the genre of this story? Can anyone tell me? It's right there. Yes, it's an informational text. That means that this book is giving us a lot of facts, right? Because informational texts usually give us a lot of facts, information that we can keep in our knowledge bank for future reference, things that are true and that can be proven, right? So this story is very interesting, especially in a time like this when we're at home and we're doing our schooling a little different, right? And a lot of people around the world are doing online learning right now as well as a result of COVID-19, right? But it's always interesting to learn about what people are doing around the world and the different ways that they do it. So you're going to love this story. And while you read, I want you to think about the essential question, which is, how are some schools different from each other? So when you leave from watching this video, you're going to go ahead and into your packet for this week, you'll find the video of this story. I want you to follow along with your book. So you're not only listening to the story and you may see it on the screen, I want you to follow along in your book. Okay? So that's it, guys. I'm going to see you again soon. Listen to the story and follow along in your books. Love you guys. Bye.